Hello, and welcome back to CCRI Today, a show that takes a look at what's going on at the CCRI campuses, including news, current events, and sports. I'm Peyton Lewis, news reporter for CCRI.
And I'm Morgan Judd, reporter for CCRI. And for our top story for today, the Community College of Rhode Island has been designated as the National Center of Academic Excellence in the Cyber Defense for the next 5 years. This is the second step of a two-step accreditation process by the National Security Agency. This is the second time CCRI's cybersecurity degree program has earned the CAE-CD designation. It was first earned in 2018, and CCRI's cybersecurity program director, Michael Kelly, said, "We are very happy to receive this designation once again. It underscores the commitment to the cybersecurity program by the college. Achieving this designation would not have been possible without the contributions from the community college, and I really appreciate all their help and support."
Congratulations, CCRI. It's a big deal. In campus news, the student government met on Friday. The central focus of the meeting revolved around endorsing the Filmmakers Club, with additional discussions on enhancing the club creation process to facilitate ease for new students.
CCRI's Learning Lab and Dental Clinic was remodeled through a partnership with the Delta Dental of Rhode Island, which was supported by a $400,000 grant from the Strata Education Foundation. The partnership began in 2021 when oral hygiene professor Julie Galishaw stated that the college's dental training lab has not been updated since 2003. During this period of time, Thomas Chase, Chief Operating Officer, addressed the country's dental hygienist shortage. Due to the partnership, there was a 25% increase in the number of dental hygiene students at CCRI. Dental hygiene student Daniel Hernandez states that he always wanted to help people, and this career choice has helped him achieve that.
Now, a look at upcoming events on campus. Starting on November 23rd through the 26th, students do not have school due to Thanksgiving recess. Happy Thanksgiving and enjoy your break. Note that Tuesday, November 28th is the last day to withdraw from a class and receive the grade W.
And it's the season to give. Join us all campuses at the CCRI Blood Drive on Tuesday, November 28th to donate blood and save lives. The drive will be in the Knight campus and Flanagan campus Lower Commons, and the Bloodmobile in the Liston campus. All presenting donors will be automatically entered to win a pair of Patriot tickets for their December 18th game against Kansas City at the Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. If you would like to reserve an appointment time, go to www.donate.ribc.org/donor/schedules. Walk-ins are welcomed. Also a reminder to eat, hydrate, and bring your ID.
I'm definitely going to be at the Lincoln campus to help out with the blood drive, you know? Finally, in sports. On Tuesday, November 14th at 8 p.m., the CCRI men's basketball team took on the Springfield Tech Rams at home and won with a final score of 120-58. Tonight, our team is on the road again to play the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals at 7 p.m. Earlier that evening at 6, the CCRI women's basketball team competed against the women's Springfield Tech Rams and were victorious with a final score of 90-11. The top players during the match were Alicia O'Hagan and Nicia Ortiz. Next week, on the 21st, the team will continue their winning streak when they play against the Quinsigamond Wyverns.
You are watching the CCRI channel from the Community College of Rhode Island, online at ccri.edu/channel.
Worried about your friend but don't know how to reach out?
You could say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR. It's all good if you think you should check in. Yeah, you should. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Hello and welcome back to CCRI Today. I'm Peyton Lewis and I'm here with Tom Galeano, the editor-in-chief of the Unfiltered Lens. Tom, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. I started at CCRI last year. I've been with the Unfiltered Lens since October of last year, and I'm a chemistry major, actually. I'm sure you remember I was the managing editor last year, because you were a part of the newspaper too, right?
Yes, I was.
And you know, I've been really trying to make a push to make it a more journalism-oriented paper. I'm pretty excited about what we're doing this year.
That's awesome. So how long have you been the editor-in-chief?
I've been the editor-in-chief since the beginning of this academic year. I was selected out of everybody. We had an interview process.
Who selected you?
I was selected by the previous editor-in-chief, Nina Fossey, and our advisor at the time, Jessica Arujo. And I'm really excited to be taking on the role. I know I saw Nina work so hard last year to build this newspaper up from nothing, and it was a lot of work. And I underestimated the amount that she did for this newspaper until taking it on myself.
So do you want to follow a career in journalism?
I actually don't. I'm a chemistry major, like I said. I work in a lab right now, and I want to go into a STEM field, but I think that student journalism and student press is really, really important, and I'm passionate about it. And I think that communication in any field is important, and people undervalue it. I mean, in chemistry alone, like science advocacy and people getting their ideas out there in any field.
So how do you hope to apply what you've learned so far as editor-in-chief to your career?
Well, I think that, like I said, science advocacy is so important, and that so many scientists out there are bad at communicating their ideas, and they don't ever focus on the importance of publicity, and then we end up with a lot of misinformation and people not trusting accurate facts.
Yeah, definitely. Have you encountered any obstacles in your tenure as editor-in-chief so far?
Yes, and we've had a few minor hiccups between difficulties between staff members or issues trying to figure out our printing process or budgeting, but the main issue that has really faced us this semester is a lack of membership. And a lot of people, I think, assume that it's too much work to join the newspaper and that they have to commit a lot of time. And with rent rising for people and a lot of students working full-time or part of the Promise program, you've got to go to school full-time, they just think they don't have time to join a student newspaper and work on writing articles every month. I think people need to understand a little more the importance of what we're doing and how it can benefit students.
Definitely. And how do you think that writing for the newspaper could benefit students?
Well, especially if you're a communications major or you want to go into journalism in the future, it's a huge resume boost, just being able to say that you've already had experience working with real newspaper software and newspaper, like you've got the workflow down, you're used to doing investigative journalism and having your work put out to a group of people. That's worth way more than just saying you took an English class.
So what kind of things do you do with the Unfiltered Lens?
Well,
like with the group?
We put out a print issue every month. I'm sure you've seen around on campus. We distribute to all 5 campuses. We've got those big racks that say the Unfiltered Lens on them. And we go around and we interview people and write articles and take photos and then organize it all into that. But we're actually soon hoping to push more for an online presence. That way we can all kind of collaborate and be working continuously on publishing.
So do you know when the next issue of the Lens is going to be out?
The next issue is actually going to be in print on Friday next week, so look out for that. Like I said, we have a lack of membership lately. It was supposed to be published in this first week, but we need to work on getting our content up and make sure that it's a high quality product that we're producing.
So how can students interact with the paper even if they don't write with it?
Well, students actually don't need to be writers or journalists at all to submit content. You can help us with graphic design. You could submit a letter to the editor telling us your opinion on the newspaper or on happenings at CCRI or even local politics. If you have any opinions or work that you've completed and you want it out there to the world, I would recommend submit it to the Unfiltered Lens.
Do you have anything else you'd like to say to our audience?
I think especially going into this spring semester with the communications and film department becoming its own department, we've got a lot of big things coming up, and that this spring, with the introduction of newspaper production class and with the return of, well, you've got film club coming up now, and we should be seeing the film festival happening again. So I think that this is a huge time, and that spring semester is going to be a huge gain for CCRI and the Unfiltered Lens in the communications realm.
Thank you very much, Tom. Thank you for watching another episode of CCRI Today. You can find more episodes, student films, and live sports at ccri.edu/channel. I'm Peyton Lewis with the CCRI channel. See you next time.